30-minute beginner slow flow class. If you're looking for a good stretch and to relax, this is perfect for you. We're gonna go ahead and get started on our backs. So you can either come into corpse position with your legs long down the mat, or you can come into Supta Baddha Konasana or recline butterfly with the soles of your feet together and your knees wide. That's what I'm gonna do. So if you're looking for a good hip opener, this is a great one to start with. You really wanna send your breath to any areas of tension. Taking a mental scan of where you are today, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Acknowledging this without judgment. And just acknowledging this so you can know where to send your intention throughout this next 30 minutes and know where to send your breath. Letting go of any distractions around you. Breathing into it and coming into your mind. Knowing that this next 30 minutes is for you. Letting go of everything else. Bringing Ujjayi breath into your mind's eye, which means inhaling through your nose. Pausing at the top. And then slowly constricting the back of your throat, breathe out through your nose audibly. So you have more heat building inside of your body. You want to hear your breath as you exhale. Couple more breaths here. On your next breath in, if your legs aren't already extended, extend them now. And then bring your arms overhead. Take a big inhale, full body stretch. Exhale, one leg at a time. Bring your knees in towards your chest. And then slowly rock side to side, massaging your lower back. From here, slowly come to stillness. And then grabbing either your ankles, your shin, or maybe the bottoms of your feet, come into happy baby. Slightly bending those knees and then rocking side to side here. Slowly come to stillness and then extend your left leg long, keeping that bind with your hand to ankle on your right leg. Slowly draw your right knee up towards your armpit as you extend that left leg down the mat, keeping your hip grounded. Inhale, slowly come through center. Take a breath here. And then exhale, slowly guide your right knee over the left side of your body, looking over your right shoulder, trying to keep that right shoulder grounded. Once your shoulder starts to lift up, stop, guiding your knee over, and pause here. Take a breath. And exhale, try to twist deeper. Maybe you're using your left hand to guide your right knee over. One more breath here. Then inhale, slowly guide your right knee back to center. And then extend your right leg long to meet your left. Reach both arms overhead, full body stretch. Exhale, hug that left knee in towards your chest. Take a breath here. And then grab onto that left ankle with your left hand and slowly guide your left knee over to your armpit. Leaving that right hip grounded and your right leg extended. Breathe into your right hip flexor and your left inner thigh. Inhale, slowly guide that knee back through center. One breath here. And then exhale, leaving that left shoulder grounded. Guide your left knee over the right side of your body, twisting at your lower lumbar spine. Really finding some space in your outer hip and lower back. Inhale. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, come back through center. Hug both knees in. Rock and roll the length of your mat, slowly coming to a seated position at the top of your mat with your eyes closed. Inhale, arms rise. Look up at your fingertips. Exhale, your gaze follows your fingertips as you hinge at your hips and fold forward. Really, maybe taking some side-to-side movements as you sway and open up those hips even deeper. Inhale, slowly walk your hands back toward you. And then walk both fingertips over to the right. Maybe your left hand comes past your right knee. Maybe you look over your right shoulder. Exhale, slowly walk both fingertips back through center and then over to the left. Maybe your right hand comes past your left knee. Maybe you look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, we're going to switch out those legs. So if your right foot was in front, now your left foot is going to come in front. And then we'll inhale, bring both arms overhead. Exhale, this time your right arm will drop beside you. Left arm reaches over. Really try to keep a tall spine here, not collapsing your chest forward and looking out over that left elbow. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, left arm drops, right arm reaches over. Really be mindful of your right hip here, making sure that it stays down on the mat. Inhale, rise through center. Breath in. Exhale, hinging at your hips, slowly fold forward. That neck stays in line with your arms. Biceps right outside of your ears. Inhale, slowly walk forward. And then roll over those toes, come into tabletop position. From here, we're going to take a couple rounds of cat-cow. So when you're ready, drop your belly, lift your chest. Gaze lifts. Exhale, press the ground away from you. Really separate your spine here as you curve into that cat position. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, push the ground away. One more time. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. Exhale, push the ground away from you. Good. Come back to neutral table. Inhale, your right leg will come back. Exhale, left arm forward. Hold here in spinal balance for 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to bring your left hand back down to the mat and then bring your right leg out to your right side. Plant your foot down with your right toes in front of your heel, and then you're going to tuck your back toes under so they're on the mat, and you're going to sit your left hip back to your heel and then slowly reach your arms forward. You should feel the stretch here in those shoulders, your upper back, and your right inner thigh. Also in those left toes. Breathe here. Inhale, rise back up to tabletop. Let's take one hip circle on that right side before we come to neutral table. And then exhale, stillness. Untuck those toes. Inhale, left leg comes back. Right arms come forward. Really engage that core here. So if your back starts to arch, really tuck that core under, bringing belly button to spine. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, bring that right hand back down. Inhale. Exhale, your left leg comes over to the left, keeping those hips square. And then you're going to plant your left foot down. Your toes are right in front of your heel. Tuck your back toes under and slowly sit your right hip back towards your heel. Extend those arms forward. Beautiful. One more breath in. Exhale, slowly walk those hands back underneath your face. Taking one big hip circle on that left side before we come back to neutral table. Good. From here, we're just going to look over your right shoulder, pop your left ribs out, taking a C curve in the spine, stretching through the side body. Come back through center. And then exhale, bring it over to the left, look over your left shoulder, your right ribs pop out. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, tuck those toes under, knees are going to hover off the mat 1 inch for 3, 2, 1. Hips come up and back, coming into your first downward facing dog. So we can pedal out those feet here. A couple of reminders. Those feet are hip distance apart. Your heels are hidden behind those toes. You have no tension in your neck. Your chest is pressing back towards your thighs. One more breath in. Exhale, look forward. Bring a slight bend into those knees. Bring your heels off the mat and slowly tiptoe those toes towards your hands. Inhale here. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, bend into that left knee, straighten your right leg. From here, your left hand is going to plant in between your face. Your right arm twists up and open, stretching through that right IT band, your lower back, opening through your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, come down to a forward fold, switching out those legs. So bend into your right knee, straighten your left leg. Plant that right hand in between your feet and then twist your left arm open. Just taking this to the other side, stretching through your left IT band. One more breath here. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, slight bend in those knees. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rise, one vertebrae at a time, coming all the way up into tall mountain. Shoulders roll back. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, right hand drops down your right leg. Left arm reaches up and over. Your gaze is up at the ceiling. Really try to stay tall in that spine. Don't collapse your chest forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, left arm down. Right arm reaches up and over. Looking over that right shoulder. Inhale, rise. Exhale, we're going to cactus your arms. Bring them to a goal post. And then press those hips forward. Take a slight back bend. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands come through heart center, forward fold, beautiful. Inhale, rise, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands, step your right foot back, step your left foot back, high plank. Hold it here for 3, 2, 1. Okay, we can either drop those knees or stay lifted. We're gonna lower down halfway, low plank, and then come down onto your mat. Leave those hands right below your shoulders. Inhale, press into the tops of your feet, squeeze that core, lift up. Low cobra, little to no pressure in those hands. Maybe you bring your hands off the mat to hover. Inhale. Exhale, fold. 2 more times. Inhale, squeeze into that back. Lift your hands up this time. Exhale, fold. This last time, let's see if we can lift those hands if you haven't tried already. If you want to up level, we can lift those feet off the mat as well. Inhale, rise. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press your upper body up. Leave those knees planted. Big toes come to touch. Sit your hips back to child's pose. Inhale here. Exhale, side out. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, you're going to plant your left hand, twist your right arm up, looking up to the ceiling or the sky. Exhale, thread the needle. Bring that right arm through your right shoulder and right cheek around the mat. Inhale, we twist back open, taking an arm circle before you plant that right hand. Taking this twist to the other side, inhale, left arm rises. Exhale, thread the needle on the left side, left shoulder, left cheek, come to the mat. Those hips stay lifted, right arm reaches forward. Inhale, twist back open. Exhale, left hand plants. Tuck those toes under. Come into a downward facing dog. We'll take 3 breaths here. Just checking the time. All right. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, bend into those knees. Slowly tiptoe those feet up to your hands and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, tall mountain. Exhale, right hand grabs left wrist, reach over to the right. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, switch it out, left hand grabs right wrist, reach over to the left. Inhale, back through center. One more bind, your arms are gonna reach behind you. Interlace those fingertips. Press your hands down towards the mat. Slight back bend, those shoulders roll back. Inhale, forward fold. Keeping this bind. Letting those shoulders open up. Your hands try to come over towards the top of your head. Really opening through those front deltoids. Slowly release this bind. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant those hands. This time, left foot steps back. Right foot steps back. And we're going to flow through chaturanga, which means your shoulders shift past your wrists. Lower down through low plank. Inhale, untuck those toes. Let your chest rise, low cobra. Exhale, untuck your toes now. Press through those palms. Plank through downward facing dog. All right, getting into some other movements here. That right leg is going to reach up, 3-legged dog. Those hips are nice and square. Your heel is pointing up towards the ceiling. Toes are towards the ground. Exhale, bend into your knee. We're going to peel that hip open. So that heel is now pressing towards the ground, toes towards the sky. Really opening through that right hip flexor. Inhale, straighten that leg, square those hips. Exhale, drive your knee towards your nose. Inhale, back three-legged dog. Exhale, right foot plants in between those hands. Exhale, left knee drops. Inhale, rise, low crescent moon. Really pressing into that left knee here. You want to feel the stretch in your left hip flexor. Your right knee can come past that ankle. Exhale, come back into half split. Keeping those toes on the ground. We're going to stretch through our tibialis anterior, which is what really starts to affect shin splints if you run. This is as far as I can go down today. So if you're like me and you're pretty tight, take a big inhale. And then exhale, slowly come a little bit lower. You want to take this pattern with your breath in almost every stretch. As you inhale, you find space. As you exhale, you really want to sink into that space. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring those toes back towards your face now, and then plant your left hand inside your right leg. Twist that right arm up. Keeping this bind here, plant that right foot down. You might want to readjust your hand so it's more towards your right heel. Bend into your leg. Untuck your back toes, coming into dragonfly twist with your left hand down, right arm up. Good. From here, you're going to frame your right foot. And then bring that left knee back down. You can heel toe your foot out to the edge of your mat. Your foot is about 45-degree angle here. You slowly want to let both shoulders drop inside that right leg. Your right knee is staying in towards you. It might want to come out a little bit. Try to zipper it back up. Maybe trying to come down towards your forearms. I'm not quite there yet today. And then you can also roll onto the outer edge of your right foot and then maybe press into that right knee to open it up a little bit further. So this is really good for your entire hip on that right side, as I'm sure you can feel. It's good for your right hamstring as well. And right quad as we bend into that leg. Slowly come deeper as you inhale. Breathing into any areas of tension. From here, we're going to have a little bit of a funky transition. So let's heel toe that foot back underneath so your knee is over your ankle now. And then you're going to untuck those back toes and then come onto the heel of that back foot. So we're setting up with warrior 2 feet. Your right hand is going to come inside your right leg. And then you're going to twist your arm open. So this is side angle. Using that core strength, inhale. Exhale, lead with those left fingertips. Come up to warrior 2. Inhale, flip your front palm, straighten your right leg, reverse triangle. Exhale, warrior 2. Step your back foot in. Straighten that front leg. Let's send those hips back, triangle pose. Your right hand comes down, left arm reaches up. Inhale, rise back up, use that core. Exhale, slowly square your shoulders off, pivot on your back foot, and then lower over that right leg, pyramid pose. Stretching through that right hamstring, your back heel can come up, but it's shooting towards the mat. Inhale. Exhale, sink deeper. Keep breathing here, finding space in that right hamstring. Adding on here, plant that left hand inside your right foot. Exhale, right hand twist up and open. Twisted pyramid pose, stretching deeper into that IT band. Inhale. Exhale, frame your foot, slight bend in that knee. Try to step your right foot back to meet your left without dragging your foot too much. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, coming through low plank. Inhale, low cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. Taking that all on the other side. And then we'll slow things down a little bit. Inhale, left leg rises. Making sure those hips are square. Your left knee is really facing the ground. Left toes towards the ground. Heel is shooting up. Bending into that knee. Let's peel open your hip. So now that heel is towards the ground, toes towards the sky. Feel the stretch through your right inner thigh and your left inner thigh. Inhale, square those hips back off, straighten your leg. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left foot steps in between those hands. Drop that back knee. Inhale, rise, low crescent lunge. Pressing that right knee down into the mat, stretch through that right hip flexor. Deep breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, let's sit it back, keeping those toes grounded on the mat, stretching through that shin. Finding space with every inhale and letting go with every exhale. Breathing into any areas of tension. Slowly come up halfway. Bring your toes towards your face now, and then we're going to plant that right hand inside your left leg. Twist that left arm open, stretching through that left IT band and hip. Use that core strength and find your balance. Bending into your left knee, plant that foot down, reposition your hand so it's right inside your left foot, lift that back knee off the mat, keep this twist here. Dragonfly twist, stretching through that left hip. One more breath. Exhale, square it off. Heel toe that foot back out, bring your right knee back down. Coming into lizard lunge on this left side. So that foot is at a 45-degree angle. Both hands are inside your knee. Slowly try to make your way down to your forearms. This side might be different from the other. Trying to keep that knee more in towards your body. Try not to let it drop out. If it does, just roll onto the outer edge of that left foot and really let that hip open. Breathing into any areas of tension. Trying to create some space in that left hip. If this feels easy for you, you can try to bend into your right leg, wrap around with that left hand, and grab the inside edge of your right foot, maybe for a quad stretch. Breathe here for another 3, 2, 1. We're gonna heel toe that left foot back under you so your knee is in line with your ankle. Frame that foot and then bring your left hand to the inside of your left leg. Come onto that right heel with warrior 2 feet. Inhale, right arm lift, side angle. Try to tuck those hips under so your butt's not sticking out. We're in one straight line with those hips stacked underneath you. And then use that core, lead with your right fingertips. Inhale, up, warrior 2. Exhale, straighten that front leg, reverse your warrior. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale here. Inhale, straighten that front leg. Step your back foot in an inch. Send those hips back like you're pouring a glass of water over your foot. Your left arm will drop, right arm reaches forward. Again, tucking those hips under. Try not to let that butt stick out. Really reaching up through those right fingertips. Inhale with that core, coming back up. And then exhale, pivot on your back foot, square those shoulders off. Inhale. Exhale, pyramid, fold over that left leg. Your back heel can stay up. Beautiful, breathe here. Inhale, slowly lift, plant those hands. Bring your left foot back to meet your right. Hold here in high plank for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. All right, coming into pigeon pose to stretch out those hips. And then we're going to be coming down into Shavasana. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, your right knee comes to your right wrist. Your right foot comes to your left wrist. The big thing here is you want those hips to stay square. So if you start to come onto that right hip, try to come up. It doesn't matter if you have space between your right thigh and the ground. You really want it to stay square. Left hip shooting down, right hip shooting back. Reach those left toes back as far as you can go. And then slowly come down onto those forearms. Maybe you can bring that head down, creating a pillow with your hands. Really stretching through that right outer hip. If you need to make any adjustments, please feel free to do so. We'll be here for about 30 seconds. Remember, we're trying to sink deeper with every exhale. Find space with every inhale. Last breath here. Exhale, slowly come up to King Pigeon. And then sit on that right hip now. We're going to swing your left leg around. Bring the bottom of your right foot to the inside of your left leg. From here, your left hand comes to your right knee. We're really going to open through that chest as you try to press your right knee down to the ground. Reach your right arm over and towards your left toes. So your left elbow can anchor inside your right foot, pressing that left hand into your right knee and reaching your right hand towards your left toes. This is a great stretch for your right side body. Really try to keep that right hip down. Inhale. And exhale, come back up. This time, let's square those shoulders over that left leg. And slowly exhale, come forward. Bring that right knee towards the ground still. Really stretching through that right hip and left hamstring. Inhale, slowly rise up. Exhale, slowly guide your right knee in and then over your left leg, giving yourself a nice squeeze here. Really opening that right hip. And then slowly twist over that right leg, bringing your left elbow to your right knee, looking over your right shoulder. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, shake it out. Right foot meets left. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rise up. And then we're going to come through downward facing dog to take pigeon on the left, however you want to get there. If you want to cross your ankles like me and slowly come back, that's fine. If you want to try to jump through, have at it. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left knee, left wrist, left foot, right wrist. Remember, we are squaring off those hips, reaching your right hip down, left hip back. Right toes reach all the way back to really get that full stretch in your left hip. And then slowly fold over that left leg. Maybe creating a pillow with those hands. Forehead towards the mat. Breathing into the stretch on that left outer hip. Be here for about 3 more breaths. One more breath here. Slowly walk those hands back towards you. And then let's sit onto that left hip. Swing your right leg around. That way the bottom of your left foot's inside your right leg. Then we're going to take that crazy twist on this side. Bring your right hand to your left knee. I feel like I'm playing Twister. Really open up through that chest. Bring that left arm up and over. And then towards those right toes. Really open through your chest here. This is great for your left side body, your left shoulder, your hips. Trying to keep that left hip down. Inhale, slowly rise up. Exhale, square your shoulders over that right leg. Still trying to keep that left knee down. Reach toward those right toes. Stretch through that right hamstring. Inhale, slowly rise up. Exhale, extend both legs. Last forward fold. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rise up. Take a slight bend in those knees. Plant your feet. Bring your hips towards your heels, and then slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time, coming onto your back. Once you're down, slowly hug your knees into your chest. Bring those arms to goalposts, bringing those knees in line with your hips. Slowly let both knees drop over to the right. Maybe your right hand comes to the top of your left knee. Look over to the left, stretching through your lower lumbar spine. Finding some space here as we come to the end of our practice. Inhale through center. Exhale, slowly drop those knees over to the left. Maybe your left hand comes to the top of your right leg, looking over that right shoulder. Feeling the stretch in your right outer hip and lower back. Inhale, come through center. Give yourself one last squeeze, one last bit of gratitude and self-love. Bring that forehead to your knees. Breathe in. Exhale. Let it go. Shavasana. Using your breath to help you sink deeper into your mat. Your palms are facing up for receiving this amazing energy that we've created here together. Letting go of your practice, knowing that you did the best you could, and that is more than good enough. Thanking yourself for showing up today, for you, for getting on your mat, and taking this time to become a better version of yourself, mentally, physically, and emotionally. Taking a scan of where you are now compared to where you were at the beginning of class, and knowing that you earned every single bit of that. Letting your breath become deeper and more aware. Start to roll out your wrists and ankles. Inhale, bring those arms overhead. Exhale, knees come to your chest. And then roll onto your right or left side of your mat, using that arm as a pillow. And then press into your top hand, releasing any negative energy, coming to a seated position with your eyes closed. Together, we take a big inhale, arms reach overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Live the light, be the light, spread the light. The light in me honors the light in each and every one of you. I am so thankful for you taking the time for yourself and with me today. I bow to you and I say namaste. Thank you so much, everyone who took the time to join me today. May you have peace in your words, peace in your mind, and peace in your heart going forward. Spread love. And yeah, thanks for taking your time out. Stay positive.